Mohawk, and I would like to discuss an article titled Directed Consultation, the SEALS Model, and Teachers' Classroom Management. The authors of this article begin by expressing the elusiveness of evidence-based, real-world teaching. This means that a lot of the teaching styles that research has deemed best are not actually incorporated into the classrooms. The authors felt that this article might help change that. They explained directed consultation and how it could be effective in the classroom, and go on to describe the SEALS model, which is a program that teaches teachers how to effectively incorporate directed consultation into their classrooms. The article then goes on to discuss directed consultation. Directed consultation is a theory that focuses on development and recognizes that there are systems within a student's life that affect each other and the student and everyone around the student. Now, this chart behind me takes a better look at that. In every system, we have what's called a macro system, which is the bigger system. Within a student's life, the macro system consists of school culture, which is how the school views certain aspects, and the overall views held by the majority of the students, teachers, and faculty. It includes discipline policies, so what students are allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do is part of this bigger macro system. Societal beliefs are a part of that as well. They influence the school culture and thus have their own category. State education policies are a big part of the macro system because they largely determine what kinds of curriculum are incorporated into the classroom, how the school is structured, how periods work, and all of these things. We also have microsystems, and a student has several of these. The first one we're going to look at includes administration, teachers, students, and faculty. This microsystem is how each member of these groups interact with one another, and how they influence the interactions between each other. This microsystem includes family, community, religion, and hobbies. So a student is not only influenced by what's going on inside of the classroom and the personal beliefs that they already hold. They're influenced by their family, whatever pressures that might be, academic, lack of pressure, lack of instruction at home, the community, the kind of support that they have, friends outside of school would be part of that community, and they influence the student as well. And though they're not directly a part of the school system, they do influence the student's education. Religion is a part of that, whether attending religious activities takes up a large part of a student's time, or a lack thereof sets the student apart from other students that they come into contact with. And hobbies. These hobbies can take up a great deal of time or very little time. They can include music, sports, or anything else that the student is involved in that does not fall into religion or family activities. So, in between each of these, we have what's called a mesosystem. And so, what a mesosystem is the relationship between the macro system and the microsystem, and between microsystems. So what this essentially means is that all of these systems are connected, and they all directly influence a student's education and development. The article goes on to explain the SEALS model. The three primary principles of the SEALS model include academic engagement enhancement, competence enhancement behavior management, and social dynamics management. The SEALS model essentially teaches teachers how to use directed consultation. So the primary goal of this is to make teachers aware of all of these systems and how they might directly influence the development of their students. The SEALS model also states that students grow as a whole. This seems self-explanatory, but what it means is that each aspect of the student and all of these different systems directly influence the rate at which a student grows, and that each part of the student is growing at the same rate. And so there is no separation between these as the student develops. And it's important for teachers to know this so that they can look at these different systems and incorporate the different parts of them into their teaching to allow them to have better classroom management and to better understand the development of their students. Because when teachers understand what students are experiencing, what they're thinking, and what they're feeling, they tend to be more compassionate towards that student, and they tend to have better classroom management skills because of this. This article walks through a study that is done where teachers are evaluated based on their classroom management skills before any kind of instruction. And this is our basis. These teachers that the study was conducted on then go through an intense SEALS model training where they become aware of all of the things that we've discussed, and then they are put back into the classroom with the same students and they are reevaluated. The evaluators found that teachers had better classroom management skills after they went through the SEALS model training. The teachers were more compassionate towards their students, they were less likely to raise their voices, and students were more likely to comply to the teacher's request. So in conclusion, the study reached its goal of incorporating evidence-based research into real-world academics.